All right, man, Torture Talk. Like, share, subscribe to the page. Hit the thumbs up button if you like the content. So look, man. J. Cole, the more I thought about it, the more I feel like he is probably the most, out of the two, he is the master manipulator. And even more than Drake, I would say. Believe it or not. Because he had me. So we're going to check out this video from Deleted, which is one of the greatest channels ever. I ain't going to lie, man. Deleted is fire. You know what I'm saying? And y'all know where to find that at. So look, man, this is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscription today. All the beautiful, sexy ladies, put one in the chat. All the fellas, y'all know where to find the ones at. Just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content that's absolutely free. So if you want to leave a donation, you can. Links on the screen. Cash App, PayPal's in the description. They called me the hidden gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers to over 11,000. I said 10,000 a little while ago. Over 11,000. 1 million by next Monday morning. I'm trying to reach 1 million by next Monday morning. And all that good stuff. Let me know where you're from, too. All right, so look, man. We're going to get right to it. Let's do it. All right, man. Good morning to y'all. Good morning. I'm sorry I scared y'all in the beginning. But wake your ass up. Let's go.
J. Cole fans might as well back out and unsubscribe right now. Y'all are about to hate everything I have to say, and I hope I get under all y'all skin. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope I irritate your soul. Matter of fact, drop a clown emoji in the comments. Welcome to Gotham City, bitch. I'm about to terrorize that ass. I'm about to really bully this nigga, and I'm about to bully his fan base. And I ain't here for y'all to agree with me either. Ask me if I care. Go ahead. Ask me if I care. You can't cancel someone who doesn't give a fuck. And unlike your favorite rapper, I don't backtrack and apologize. You know me, I'm YouTube's biggest villain, the new biggest villain. The reason why I say that is because my opinion's not gonna be popular. You might not like anything I gotta say.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. Keep it going, boy. Keep it going.
J. Cole is still a goofy, the passive-aggressive rapper. Being passive-aggressive should never be praised, by the way. And if I didn't have to worry about monetization in the first few minutes of this video, I would call him a bunch of other names off top. But I'll get back to that after the 3-minute mark. Don't trip. This guy really pulled off the ultimate con, convincing the world he's some saintly sunset cruising philosopher type of nigga on a bike. Get out of here with that. On his recent drop, Port Antonio, Cole takes a moment to address the big three beef between Drake, KADA, and himself. Listen, man, this isn't meant to criticize his talent or undermine his writing skills. It's about exposing his lack of integrity and his false claims of moral high ground. It's all a facade.
Listen, he is 100% correct. The more I listen to that song, the more I break it down, the more I realize that he's a fucking hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. And on top of that, what he did to Kendrick is really a spit in the face, to be honest with you. It's a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face. And I'll get to that towards the end of the video, but let's keep it going.
Fake as fuck, and people keep falling for the shit.
They say I'm picking sides, they don't you lie on me, my nigga. To start another war, hey Drake, you'll always be my nigga.
This is called gaslighting. Not only does he apologize to the guy who's been dissing him and rewriting history by claiming that it's the fans and the people that are writing the narrative of him picking a side, but now he's shifting the blame onto bloggers and fans, accusing them of profiting from the beef.
I pulled the plug because I seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make their pockets grow.
As if the bloggers and the fans started it.
Huh?
So that's why he didn't engage, huh? Because he didn't want others cashing in on the drama? Nigga, we over here minding our business like Kendrick was. You wasn't saying that shit when First Person Shooter went #2.
That's 100% facts. You was not saying that. And I find that very disrespectful. But J. Cole does that. And I started to go through the history of some of the stuff that he was saying and doing. He did to Kanye and some of the stuff he said to the Young Bulls, Little Pump and all them. I started to go back and I started paying attention. about a lot of stuff. And I like J. Cole as a rapper, don't get me wrong. But J. Cole is a master manipulator. And this right here is the proof. I'm telling you.
Stood by it.
First person shooter did go number 2.
No, I didn't go number 2. It went number 1. But if it would have went number 2, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, you know what pushed the first person shooter over the edge? And I know this because this is Eve telling me this. It's not like I'm checking for this. If the other song would have went number 1, it's like, bro, I'm cool. I almost feel better not having my first number 1 be off of Drake alley-oop. You know what I mean? Like, I love Drake, and I love that I'm a part of that moment with him with Michael Jackson. But it's like, bro, cap.
Stop it. This man gonna try to sit here and say he wasn't checking for that to be number 1 when that was gonna be his very first number 1. Stop it, Cole. And then the most shocking statement of the whole track.
I wouldn't have lost the battle, dog. I would have lost the bro. I would have gained the phone.
This is for real a delusional man child.
Yeah, that right there is crazy work for him to think he wouldn't have lost the battle. You lost the battle. If you came out with a 7-minute drill and you think that you wouldn't have lost the battle, you would have got steamrolled. You would have got steamrolled. First of all, let's be clear here. J. Cole is a talented writer. He's a talented rapper. But he's not a savage. J. Cole's not a savage. He would have got steamrolled on the ground, human on the ground, steamroller rolling over him on the concrete. That's what had happened to him. It wouldn't have been no question he would have lost. He probably would have lost worse than Drake. He would have probably put up a fight as far as lyrically, but yeah, he would have got destroyed. Hands down. Now that I look back and see all this, yeah, J. Cole would have got destroyed.
You sound like a real hater, a hating child watching his friend's championship game, and he tells them, hey, you did good, but you wouldn't have won against me. If I was out on the court, you wouldn't have won against me, though. Nigga, sit your ass down. You was on the bleachers. Shut the fuck up, hater. Cole over here wanting to be the narrator or the commentator of the Infinity War. We don't need you to do that, bruh. Sit down somewhere. We seen it. Your lyrics aren't changing our perspective, nigga. We seen it. We're trying to change the narrative and shit. We seen it. And then he sneaks in some lines like, I'm a killer with the pen.
See this fire in my pen and think I'm dodging smoke.
Yeah, okay. Then why act like you need therapy over a hip-hop beef, man? This is hip-hop. You didn't have to engage at all. If you're as morally upright and walk a truly virtuous path, I would think at 40 years old, your big man age, you wouldn't have fallen into this beef in the first place. You would have naturally knew it was wrong from the start because evidently that's your whole rap persona, right? Which is actually a crutch. You lean on this persona when shit gets tough. Bro, you should have stayed out of it. Just like all the other rappers that didn't get involved. You should have stayed the fuck out of it. Every rapper who did decide to join knew what was coming and what it meant. But for someone who claims to be the best and constantly throws subliminal shots, you don't get to throw who did decide to join knew what was coming and what it meant. But for someone who claims to be the best and constantly throws subliminal shots, you don't get to throw stones and hide your hands when things get messy. Again, every rapper that tapped into this beef knew what would happen and what it meant. Whether they had the dope bars or not, they took the backlash to the chin and kept it pushing. Rick Ross, Rocky, Ye, Future, Metro, Drake, KADA, they all took the criticism and dealt with it like a man. J. Cole is a walking contradiction. Yeah, this is when I'm gonna tear that ass up.
That I can't get around that. That's 100% facts. He is a walking contradiction because he had the same, listen, just what he just said. Every rapper that was involved got into the ring and they stood on their pen. He got in the ring, but then he backtracked. They all took whatever had all the smoke that came, they took it all. He got up there and he backtracked. And he tried to, absolve himself for the whole situation. Like, nah, I can't do this. It's making my stomach hurt. I got bubble guts. I can't do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and these dudes really stood on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I gotta commend Drake for that. Even though y'all know how I feel about him. I gotta commend him on it because he did stand on his own too. He did. Can't lie about it. You know what I'm saying? He got demolished, but what does they say? What's in those movies? They be like, Now go die with honor. You know what I'm saying? That was Drake. He went into the gladiators, the cage, and it was 20. One man in there that felt like it was 20 lions in there. Put his ass out of here.
This ain't that Diddy party, bro. This ain't that Diddy party.
He presents a righteous rhyme style with a noble attitude, but beneath all that lies envy and jealousy that runs deep. This is the same guy that dissed the SoundCloud generation. Remember that? Just because. Just for the hell of it. Which started the whole fuck J. Cole movement. He did this unprovoked. Instead of taking the new artists under his wing, he dissed them and criticized them.
Have you heard what J. Cole has dropped? What
means you heard it.
Yep, he heard it. Okay, that's okay. You knew that question was coming.
What do we feel about it?
Yeah, what do you think?
It was cool. I don't listen to J. Cole. I definitely listen to it.
And I will say this. I know a couple of rappers who are cool with me. People who they're not in the industry, but they plan on trying to get in the industry. And I keep telling them, and they just don't listen. I keep telling them, you can't come in smoke trying to diss people, because nobody's gonna take you serious. Just do your music. Why are you always going after, this is my scheme, this is my way of thinking. I come in here and I talk about these rappers, these corny rappers. He's like, bro, you gonna end yourself before you even get into the game, bro. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what everybody's frustration was with J. Cole when it came to that, because that was some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie.
It was flooded. It flooded my shit. It was everywhere.
Why?
Because everybody said he was talking about me.
Absolutely.
Who else would he be talking about? What other Lils?
Either me or
Lil
Uzi.
Bow Wow?
Right.
Honestly, I don't give a fuck.
Wow, you get so much props. You just a 17-year-old. Lame ass Jet.
At the time, they all gained high popularity that Cole always wanted and envied. J. Cole around that time would often claim his B-list celebrity status, knowing he technically wasn't the fan favorite, and his envy and jealousy shined through the cracks when attacking the SoundCloud era and basically straight hating on niggas. Now, a lot of you, and myself, could say in some ways he was technically right about some of the SoundCloud rappers. However, a lot of talent came out of that wave. XXX, Juice WRLD, Uzi, and hell, even Yachty, if you want to be real. Everything he said about that era only worked on a few artists, but didn't work on the ones who made an actual impact. And they went against his narrative of bashing the SoundCloud movement, and which I would like to point out, he only dissed them for clout. They were the wave at the time, so for him to take shots would keep him in the discussion. Art has always been
100% facts. And I know a lot of y'all probably don't want to hear that. J. Cole definitely did diss them for clout. He definitely did. Yo, the more I think about it, man, I think he exposed himself when he dropped that joint. And when I first heard the joint, I thought that he was gonna diss Drake. I was like, he had me fooled. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna sit here and lie to y'all. J. Cole had me fooled. I ain't the smartest man in the world. And sometimes we all get tricked, but he had me fooled. But the more I listen to the song, the more I realize that, nah, man. Nah, I see right through you now.
raw. These were normal kids that produced raw and authentic music. They came from nothing and created their own lane. And please don't mention his high morality and wanting to lead the youth to a better outlook in life and try to act like he's morally better than these guys. Don't try to argue the fact that he was just being a leader to the youth when this nigga fucks with Drake. Drake raps about the exact same things these young kids were, like drugs and fucking bitches and basically doing all the things he dissed the SoundCloud rappers for. But he condones it with Drake and does music with Drake and doesn't mind if Drake does it. I guess the difference is that Drake can actually rap and Drake doesn't back away from a beef. So he decides to be a hypocrite, a straight up hating ass hypocrite. He would then later backtrack on everything he said about the SoundCloud movement while talking to Lil Yachty.
At that point in time, you were kind of also, fuck these new niggas too.
Not outwardly. I never did anything I don't think outwardly. Well, maybe I did.
Shit, I hate these rappers, especially the amateur 8-week rappers, lil whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of like came at all of the new generation.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
You see how this nigga didn't try to take accountability and act as if he was attacked for no reason? Yachty didn't let that shit slide.
That's true, man. He definitely did do that. He also did that with Kanye too, with the false prophet thing. Now that I think about it, yo, this dude J. Cole been doing a lot of underhanded shit. Damn, he got away with it for years. Bruh, this is crazy.
He had to remind him that he came for a whole entire young generation, which he then admits to hating on Soulja Boy for the same exact thing, and basically admitted to being an overall hater.
A lot of that shit, for me, I was conflicted, because on one hand, we partying all the time to this music, but on the other hand, I'm like, man, this shit go against everything that I think that I am or who I am. I had some fake morals. Around the time Soulja Boy came out, I don't know how this happened, but I had a realization within myself. But at that time, I had resistance. Similar to when you came out and your class came out. I had resistance. Nah, that's not the thing that I love. Like, what? Y'all fucking with this? Like, I was one of them. Yeah. And it was literally.
But my thing is, right, this is what I don't understand about rappers, hip-hop stars. A lot of y'all not really willing to fight for it, though. Because see, the thing is, you will attack them and backpedal, but for the most part, you attack these young bulls who they can't fuck with you pen wise. But then when you had a chance to actually be that guy, to battle the guy who is that guy, you back down. You back down and you shut your mouth and you apologize to him. You could have been that guy. Well, could have tried to be that guy. At least people would have walked away. Some people would have said you was that guy. But you decided to go this way and come after these young boys who created their own wave. Like, let's be clear here. Even though I don't like a lot of the SoundCloud rappers, I don't really mess with. I liked X. I liked X Tentacion a lot, actually. But some of them boys I really don't care for. But I have to admit that they did start their own wave, whether it's mumble rap, however you want to call it. They definitely started their own wave. You know what I'm saying? And you got to give them that. You got to give them that. They created a whole subsection. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people took their style and tried to run with it. Drake, even J. Cole. J. Cole tried to do it too.
A part of me that had a realization. So I was like, bruh, you a hater. Like, yo, you are literally hating. Fast forward, when y'all came out, mind you, I'm coming off my biggest album ever, like 2014 Forest Hill Drive, boom, boom, boom. I'm feeling like, whew, boy, I did it. This, that, and the third. And then right before my eyes, shit is shifting. Completely shifting. It's like, man, that shit we didn't care about that shit no more, bro. Like, my knee-jerk reaction to that music was the same. It was, man, this shit, boom, boom. I had to have a conversation with myself like, nigga, you hating.
Again, throwing stones and hiding your hands.
I don't understand why J. Cole talking about false prophets, but didn't mention higher-ups, changing name to Amber Cole. These fucking entertainers is playing it by the rules, sucking government dick for sake to stay cool.
This guy also went at Kanye West when he not only used Kanye's song to break through mainstream with Workout Plan, which Kanye had to sign off and give him the okay to do so, basically using Ye for his first mainstream hit. This dude has multiple tweets glazing Ye throughout his career. For him to then take shots at Ye unprovoked just because he disagrees with Ye's stance. And while everyone has the right to speak up and share their opinions, even if they weren't asked to do so, yes, it's okay to disagree with someone. However, we all know Ye isn't a battle rapper to begin with. He doesn't battle rap. He's most likely not to respond on the track, but most likely in an interview or a rant. Most of Kanye's music is about self-uplifting, and harsh motivational songs to work out to are just brain food to be great. The first time he's ever made any kind of actual real diss track was in fact the Like That remix against Drake and Lucien Grange. So at the time...
That's true. That's true. I mean, think about that. Did Kanye West actually... no, he actually did diss somebody before that. I just can't remember the name, but it wasn't as big as this. But he definitely, he came at Drake a couple of times before this. You know what I'm saying? He did some things. But I get what you're saying on that part. I get what you're saying. Kanye's not a battle rapper. I understand.
Time of false prophets, this guy takes on an easy-ass target. Let me diss a guy that I know that won't make a song back at me, who happens to be in their prime, so I'll gain attention through hip-hop for coming at one of the greats. Basically some more opportunist type shit. And another attack for clout. Oh yeah, Jay folds every time.
False prophets, which that song wasn't about him. There's one verse that applies to him for sure. But if you listen to that song is...
Come on, bro. J. Cole, you gotta chill, bro. You gotta chill. You ruining yourself. You can't say that False Prophets wasn't about Kanye West and then say, well, it kind of alluded to him, but it wasn't. Nah, dog. People are not gonna take something and say, well, this wasn't about him. This was maybe mildly about him. No, they're gonna say that joint was about him because it says False Prophets, and we already know what that means. Because Kanye West had the Jesus Walks, he had all these songs. So you already know what you was implying by calling him or calling that song False Prophets. Don't sit here and pretend like you don't know or you really didn't mean it that way. People are going to take it that way because you know exactly what you meant by you said false prophet. You was talking about him. You was talking about Kanye West. You were saying he was a false prophet.
About what this shit is exposing and what I got to check myself about. And I checked myself on that song. At one point in time, I put this dude on a major pedestal, and he ain't the only one that's been there. Jay been there, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Pac been there, Big been there, Nas been there. It's a bunch of people that have sat on that pedestal of like, bro, you inspire me. And these kids come up to me and they tell me the same thing now. And there's nothing wrong with that, you inspire me. But it's when it's at an unhealthy level.
Nah, nigga, you ain't fooling nobody but your dumb.
You see what I mean? How you try to switch that up real quick? You basically saying that everybody that's on that level is somewhat of a false prophet. That's basically what you were saying. Once you said all that, then you said, but yeah, we know what you meant.
You inspire me. And these kids come up to me and they tell me the same thing now. And there's nothing wrong with that, you inspire me. But it's when it's at an unhealthy level.
Nah, nigga, you ain't fooling nobody but your dumb ass fan base. That's why Kanye to this day don't fuck with you. You just never stand on shit. Every situation you backtrack. Or you like to drop out of the fight and act like it wasn't like that and everyone took it out of context. The same way you did the SoundCloud rappers and now how you're doing Kendrick and Drake situation. You like to backtrack. J. Cole would then still later praised Kanye when the Genius documentary dropped in 2022. Showing his support and admiration, he posted a picture of Kanye on his Instagram page saying, "Thank you for this, Kanye West and Cootie Rock. Phenomenal, vulnerable, powerful, sad, inspirational, insightful, wonderful, masterful. Grateful to have watched." Are you guys really gonna give props to somebody you think is a false prophet that you took shots at? Like, let's be for real here, man. Throwing stones and hiding your hands. And then there's the recent KADA situation where he jumps on a track that's clearly aimed at his so-called friend. Fully aware of the beef between Dot and Drake. To make it worse, after Kendrick revealed that Drake had invited him to collaborate on the exact song that dissed him, and he declined it, would mean Cole knew about the situation, the reason behind it, and still chose to take shots with his friend's rival, playing all sports in his music videos that only takes two players, like chess, ping pong, football, boxing, the Spider-Man meme. It was loud and clear what Drake and Cole was doing. They were
That's crazy. I didn't even think of that. That's crazy. That's exactly what happened. That's so crazy. I didn't even think of that. They were playing every game that was two players because they were saying they were the best. That's crazy.
Throwing stones. I've seen some Cole fans stick up for this behavior though, saying that he fell victim to Drake and didn't realize that Drake was using him to aim at KADA. And
all right, y'all gotta chill with that. Y'all gotta chill with that. In some cases, I felt like they were working together. And I said this like Megatron and Soundwave. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think that Drake would rather had him on his side than him be on Kendrick's side. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely think that. But for people to say that he was manipulated by Drake, I don't think that that's true anymore. I don't think that that's true. I don't.
try to say he didn't realize that it was a Kendrick diss track at all. And I call bullshit on that. Not only is J. Cole about to be 40 years old, making him older than both parties involved, he builds his entire music persona around being an analytical rapper. And you're telling me he suddenly couldn't read the fucking room and he became oblivious to the shit? So when he was called out by his friend, Kendrick, for clicking up with his foe, Drake, Cole releases 7-minute drill in a response, completely disrespecting KADA's catalog, saying how we really and truly felt this entire time. Again, unprovoked, because Kendrick's Like That verse was only a response to what Cole and Drake did loudly. Kendrick never broke J. Cole's character down the way Cole did to Kendrick, and it revealed J. Cole's true feelings that he's been keeping inside this entire time. A lot of people have amnesia and selective memory, and besides the J. Cole fanbase, the 7-minute drill track wasn't well receptive or praised.
Actually, a lot of these bars that he said, this is light work. At the point when I pull up to park to come to the pod and the work in the building, I could hear this playing off the phone, so I get out and say, yeah, what you think? Light pack. If he's saying light pack, and Amani said light pack, there's a few other I've heard just playing it at the gas station. It's been on. Everybody says.
I think this is intentionally light, though.
No, it's not the time for intentionally light.
It's not the time. There we go. Yeah, you could spot a J. Cole and a Drake fan from 10 miles away. This was intentionally bad. Bro, what? How? How do you intentionally make a bad song when you're battling one of the greatest of all time? You can't be intentionally trying to get knocked out if you go try to fight Mike Tyson. Like, oh yeah, you know what, Mike? I'm gonna let you hit me a couple times, bro. I'm gonna swing, but I really want you to knock me out, dude. Like, come on, man. Like, y'all gotta chill.
Can't tell nobody how to.
They had a number one. I said it before he did this.
Come on, Freeze. You can't tell nobody how to fight
Freeze. Hey, look at me. Look at him, Freeze. It's not friendly time at all.
And I feel that Cole noticed that shit. He didn't give Kendrick the time to even respond. With him apologizing, knowing in this sensitive-ass era, the sensitive-ass society, if KADA were to respond directly to 7-minute drill, after that apology, everyone would have crucified his ass for it and would have asked the questions like, why attack someone who surrenders? Why bully someone that says sorry? That nigga knew what he was doing, man. Cole says it's because of Q warning him, and now he feels bad and doesn't want that burden on his soul, losing his friend. Stop it. You just showed your whole ass twice. You're not KADA's friend. You're the nigga in school or just in life that our parents told us to watch out for. You know, the jealous, envious friend, the snake in tall grass, throwing stones and hiding their fucking hands. Drake has every right to feel like Cole betrayed him. He does. I mean, look at the timeline of Drake and Cole's friendship. They worked closely together way before J. Cole's breakthrough in music. Cole knew exactly what that first-person shooter was about. Literally made a 7-minute drill song standing on how he felt, then backs out and leaves Drake hanging, as if he wasn't the other half to the song that started this whole battle to begin with. Yeah,
that's 100% facts. Yo, that's 100% facts. Damn. That's 100% facts. He can't get around that. That's 100% facts. He definitely did that. That's crazy. Yo, yes. Now see, this is why you gotta have people like Deleted, man, because they take it to another level. They go deep. You know what I'm saying? They go deep, ladies. I'm just joking. They go deep, man. This is crazy.
Shit don't work in the hood, nigga. Niggas will get fucked up for that shit. That's called a snake, a flip-flopper. That's wishy-washy as hell. Cole the type of nigga that will run away when his homie getting jumped. What friend let 20 niggas go against their people alone? Especially when it was something that they helped start. And y'all try to say he's preserving his peace. Nah, man. He's just soft as baby shit. He's weak as hell. This nigga trying to act like he didn't make threats that led up to the war to begin with. And now all of a sudden he wants peace. He claims to be a peacemaker, but throughout his career, he's only shown hate, taking shots, but never standing by shit, never standing on it, always hiding behind the idea of the peace he talks about. I'm sick of Cole fans only accusing Drake for first-person shooter, as if it wasn't both their song. If you're going to hold Drake accountable, then that should go for Cole too. And anybody new here that ain't never seen my content, I can't stand Drake's ass. He's a culture vulture and also a PDF file. I don't mess with those. So I'm not sticking up for Drake, but I could be unbiased. I could be unbiased a little bit. I'm not one of those people that act like someone's not a human being. If I was Drake, I wouldn't mess with Cole. Cole's a flip-flopper. And he left him hanging. Because if Drake would have apologized after push-ups, the world would have caved in on him. And they wouldn't have gave him the same Purple Heart that they try to give to J. Cole's ass. I'm not here to...
And that's true. And I believe the reason why that is because they, even though everybody wanted this battle between Drake and Kendrick, they wanted this. But if Drake had came out and said that, people wouldn't have forgave him for it. And I understand what he's saying by Drake, by kind of J. Cole getting away with it. J. Cole basically he got his shit off and he got away with getting it off because he really never got addressed, and he should be addressed. He should be.
Convince y'all though. I'm saying I'm not here to convince y'all though. I'm here to talk shit. This new song proved how much of a bitch he is between both KADA and Drake. Like some female sleeping with two niggas and can't choose a side type shit. It's lame as hell. And then J. Cole proceeds to hop on a song with Rocky, once again, his quote unquote friend's foe, knowing he was clearly throwing shots at Drake, just so he can later say he has respect for Drake in Port Antonio. He basically did to Drake what he did to Kendrick Lamar. And that's Drake's karma. Honestly, it's funny as fuck. However, that just reveals the...
And he did a song with Daylight. And Daylight clearly wasn't on Drake's side. He was on Kendrick's side. We all know he signed to TDE. He did do a song. And you know how I feel about that. J. Cole he's a freelancer, but I understand exactly how he's connecting the dots here. And yes, he's absolutely right.
True snake-ass nature that J. Cole represents. Throwing stones and hiding your hands. J. Cole, go ride a bike, nigga. You're not fooling nobody but your dumbass fan base. The Beta Squad. The Beta Boys. Take that high virtue shit on, man. Your bars hold no weight any longer. This is hip-hop, gang. You shouldn't have started nothing if you can't stand on it. Y'all niggas condone spineless behavior. Y'all are easily tricked into believing he's doing the right thing. And his fan base refused to see the bitch-assness in him. He uses that as a crutch when he's proved he's done this exact thing time and time throughout his career. And you guys say, oh, he's such a good guy. Look at him ride his bike. Get the fuck out of here. Cole is definitely a beta male. Drake is zesty as fuck, don't get me wrong. But this nigga always holds himself as an alpha. Whether he's pretending to be or not, he stands on what he does and he says what he gotta say. He doesn't let people push him around and he stands on all 10. He has a spine and he takes his L. J. Cole is spineless and folds under pressure. People act like we saying J. Cole can't rap. This shit ain't got nothing to do with it. His skills ain't got nothing to do with it. He's a facade like Drake. Want to be conscious and morally correct, but it's a front. The same as Drake wanting to be gangster is a front. They're two peas in a pod. They're both facade-ass rappers. So pretty much that was a backhand apology to KADA. His new track confirms that. Saying he wouldn't have lost, but he would have lost a friend? What kind of backhand statement is that? Niggas throwing shots but taking it back at the same fucking time. Like what? It's petty and it gives...
Said that in the other video. How you gonna take a shot and try to take it back? He's like you slapped him and said sorry. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? like nah, dog, you can't be doing that. That's crazy.
Auntie vibes. And to be honest, the song sounds like he's taking shots at KADA, mentioning bots.
I gotta dig up dirt and pay the whole team of algorithm bot niggas just to sway the whole thing.
One of the main Kendrick disses throughout the beef of him being accused of using bots for his streams and using bots to dislike Drake's songs.
Like, for example, here's a nuanced opinion that's actually true. Did Kendrick use bots? Yes. Does it matter? And are people outside loving this song? Yes. Like, nigga, you see the people outside. You could use bots and also have everybody outside loving a record.
Now, all right, I'll be honest with you. I talked to my man from Spotify. I won't say the name right now, but legit Spotify, nigga. He said, hey, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what that person on your stream was talking about. Them Kendrick streams is real.
Shouting out Drake directly too right after that? This nigga would say some shit now after the whole beef died down though, huh? His actions spoke volumes during and after this whole beef. And it seems like now he's still fighting to be in the big three conversation when he officially eliminated himself. Hey Cole, go ride your damn bike, bruh. No one cares. J. Cole, the passive-aggressive rapper. That nigga sucks. He's trash. I don't care what his song sounds like. I can't stand when people say he could rap. He can make great songs. Okay, well, Drake can too. That don't make Drake not a bitch. Drake's still a bitch, in my opinion. I can't.
Damn.
Damn motherfuckers that are so biased, they like to discredit an artist as if they're not great. Drake has made great music. That don't change my feelings towards him. He has made great music. He can write. He has written for other people before. But the motherfucker's a bitch, and he's still a bitch. J. Cole can write. He is a great rapper as far as writing stuff down. He's still a bitch. They're both facades, the fakest motherfuckers in the industry. One don't stand on shit, acts like he's this conscious rapper and has high morals, but he does sneak ass, conniving ass, snake ass shit on the side. And the other one tries to act like he's something he ain't, like a gangster, like he'll do some shit when he ain't never lived that life. It is what it is. I'm bullying right now. This that villain talk, man. This that villain talk. And I hope I pissed every last one of you J. Cole bitch ass fans. I hope you guys are pissed off right now. I hope you guys are angry. I hope you guys go in my comments and light it the fuck up. Go ahead, do your thing. Fuck J. Cole movement is back in action. Fuck J. Cole.
Man, oh man, I tell you. Shout out to Deleted, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to his channel. Yeah, man. Can you really say? I mean, he's telling the truth. And like I said, I sat back and I listened and I listened and I read and I listened and I went back and listened again. I probably listened to that song probably 20 times because I was trying to understand why he would do that. Why he would basically say that, essentially say that Kendrick used bots. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like saying that you would have had to pay the whole team. Like, why would you do that? It just lets me know. And then on top of that, Drake really ain't your friend, bro. And what I mean by that is, right now, I'm saying, you dudes are wild. And I understand why Drake was upset with you. Because he probably felt this, and I said this before. When he was on that stage, I said Drake is talking about J. Cole. Because he was the one that was with him all the time. You was with him all the time, homeboy. And this is what happens. But, yeah, man. That was a great video. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Deleted, man. Good morning to y'all. Public Show is coming up. See y'all. Peace. Bye.